Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Simon, this is Brett.
Hello.
Now our channel has, over the years when we've been doing this, been looking at vintage diecast, looking at modern diecast vehicles, and doing some racing and messing about with diecast models as well. Now this channel is going to have some slight changes to it. We're going to be focusing on here more on the actual model cars, and then we're going to sort something out with the racing and playing about with cars, which we're going to announce very soon. So to start off with looking at more vintage diecast, we're going to take a look at this Granada. Now this, I actually had one when I was a kid, but when we moved house in 1991, my one, along with some others, got badly damaged. So I wanted to replace it, and I've just picked this one up off of eBay. It's the exact same colour as mine, and so I'm really happy to get it. So I thought we'd have a look at it together.
And the box is damaged.
That doesn't matter, I got it quite cheap actually. But this car is a Ford Granada. You can also get it under the model of being a Ford Scorpio, because of course different countries call different cars different names. So in England this was a Granada, somewhere else it was a Ford Scorpio. So if you do want to look for these on eBay, try it on both, for Ford Scorpio or Ford Granada, and you could get them in a range of different colours, from this brown to a police car, which is a foreign police car, and gold and various other colours. And they do range in price. Now I got this for £10. I think that's pretty good, because they go anywhere up to about £25. So first of all let's take a look at the box. So it's a 1/25th scale model. It says Ford Granada, and it's a Schabak model, and it's 1/25th scale, and it's got a nice picture of them on there actually. I had a friend of mine had one of these, and they were built solid cars. They were really good.
Why?
What do you mean why? They used to build really good cars back then.
Why not now?
Well, now cars don't really have the same sort of feel to them or different looks. Like in the old days I could look out at the road, see cars come towards me and knew what they were straight away. Nowadays it's not so much. They're sort of bland. Actually, I'll tell you a story. Do you know another reason why I know that these were built solid?
Oh.
Because my mate and me were leaving work one day, and I had a Ford Fiesta Mark II, and it was an XR2 lookalike, which means I had a spoiler and spotlights. And he was in front of me in his Granada, and he suddenly stopped quick, and I hit the back of him. Guess who had the damage to their car?
You did.
Me. My spotlight got broken, and I had to go off and fix that, and he's like, I didn't mind. Nothing wrong with my car. It's like, solid cars they were. But I had this same one, same colour, and actually, see this colour car? Do you remember my Mondeos? That was the colour of my Mondeos. I had two Mondeos, a Mark II and a Mark III, and they were both this kind of colour.
I thought it was lighter than that.
Maybe a slight bit lighter, but basically the same colour.
Because that's what brown.
Well, so were they really.
They were red.
They were called red, but they looked brown. And they were identical colours, or they were identical colours on the cars, sat next to each other, but when you looked at the plate they were called something different. So they must have been slightly different. So let's have a look around the side. Now if you're buying these, you want to make sure that all your trim is in place, because they do come off sometimes. And all the wheels, because these wheels can come off quite easily as well. I found that out when I found my car after we moved, because we moved and some trim was missing, and the wheel was missing, and even the engine was missing.
How?
I don't know, but I had a couple of cars get damaged when we moved. So you've got opening doors. The steering wheel does not work. Nice bit of detail on the parcel shelf and on the seats. Some nice detail on the dashboard as well. Nice car. I'll turn it over, and you've got a little bit of detail on the underside. Like these wheels, they just basically push onto it. So that's a nice car. Now you've got the Ford badge there, and of course on the back it does say, it's got the Ford badge and it says Granada in there, If you've got the other model, of course, it'd say Scorpio. And these bits, these sometimes come off as well.
There's a gap.
Yeah, but that's this kind of model. And then in there you've got the engine, so you've got like your water bottles in there, and whoop, and that's the black bit that came out on mine. Well, what do you think? You think it's a nice model?
It's alright.
I was actually quite lucky to buy this because I've been looking at them for ages, and there was one sold in the exact same colour as this, but it had a busted bumper. It was like slightly back, and somebody bought that for £20. And then this came up as a bid, and I bid on it, and I was the only one who did bid on it and got it for 10, and I was quite pleased with it. And he's quite a small model. He does feel very, like, compared to a 124, he does feel quite small, which is kind of funny because it shouldn't be that much smaller. But he's a lovely little model, and I'm very glad that I've got it.
Back doors opened.
Yeah, they never do that on models. That would have been good. But what do you think? You like it?
It's alright, apart from the issues.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, there is a gap in the bumper of mine, but the one that sold for 20 quid, the bumper was actually right back and pushing against the wheel. So, but I think he's a nice model. He displays well, and when I was a kid, I used to play with mine actually when I was a kid. To be truthful, he wasn't kept on the shelf. I used to play with it.
How do you know some of the damage didn't come from that then?
No, because it was fine. I used to keep good care of it, but it was when we moved. A lot of things went missing and got broken, so there's a shame. That's why I used to have an 18 van, a Galoob one, and that went missing as well. So if you like this and you want to see some more vintage models, please leave a like. Let us know what kind of models you want to see in the comments, and please subscribe to the channel. We're also going to be showing you when we're going off finding modern diecast for our collection, and we're going to let you know what's going to happen with everything else, because apparently we've been doing YouTube a little bit wrong.
Why?
Well, apparently we shouldn't have had the racing and the fun stuff and the models all on the same channel. You're meant to not do that. Who knew?
Who would have guessed?
You live and learn. So let us know, what do you want to see on this channel? Do you want to see these vintage models? Do you want to see the new stuff? We're going to do some peg hunting. I did find out that Matchbox models are a bit harder to get in some places and a little bit easier now in some others. So we'll go through that at some point. So please subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you with another classic diecast very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.